Hi there, my name is Laura and I am polyamorous in my knitting and in my life. This podcast is mostly about my knitting, but this time I'm going to tell you something about my life also. That's the reason why I haven't been recording for a while. It's been over a month, maybe 6 weeks, and it is because I have met someone new and my mind has been so preoccupied that I haven't had the brain space for talking about my knits. I did one Finnish episode a while back and then I haven't done any. And I actually haven't knit so much either. But I managed to knit this. This is my only FO. And I was talking that I will cast this on when I last recorded in English. And this is the Sunnuntai cardigan by Sari Nordlund. And I finished this last night, so it took me about maybe 6 weeks. And it was an easy knit. And that is what I needed. And I have been knitting for a while. I haven't had a bit, I need a bit of color work. See, I'm losing all the words. But mostly I've been knitting like stockinette stitch and garter and easy stuff like that, because I've just been needing something simple. So this cardigan is knit in drops charisma, and it's not the yarn that this cardigan is supposed to be knit in. It's supposed to be knit in fingering weight and mohair, but this was like a budget decision for me, so I knit this in drops charisma. I haven't washed this yet and blocked it, and I think that it will stretch a bit. I hope not too much, but I will do that after I have recorded this episode. But I just wanted some basic simple cardigan, and this has pockets, which is really nice. I like these hidden pockets. Yeah, this is size medium, and the needles I used were 3.75 mostly, and for the pockets 3.5 millimeter needles. Yes, I feel like I'm a bit rusty with this knitting talk, but I hope I'll get the hang of it again. And actually it is getting a bit hot, so I will take this off. Another thing that I am wearing now is this Puolukka beanie. It is designed by Jenny Ansah, the Finnish designer, and I knit this I think in August or something like that, August or September, and there was a knit along at the time and I participated in that with this hat. It is knit in Novita woolly wood, so there's I think maybe merino and tencel, and I don't remember the colorway because I over dyed this because it was too like red or orange for me. So now it's I think it was some kind of teal. I was dyeing some yarn and I just put this hat in the pot also, so it's like this reddish brown now. and I think it's really nice. Yeah, and I also added an elastic here and in here too, because it was, when I washed it, it just got too floppy. It just stretched out a lot. So I think the yarn wasn't the best choice for a hat for this project. But it is wearable now with the elastic. So I think it's quite nice. Then I have some old knits that I am wearing also. I have this, can I show you? Yes, this old skirt, a scrappy skirt. We call this a pyllyti in Finnish. It is a bit a dumb word, but it's like a bum thing or something like that. And I just had some old thick yarn scraps that I made this skirt with. And yeah, I'm also wearing mismatched old woolly socks, but I'm not sure if I can show them. This is one, the feet part is knit with 7 veljestä, and this leg part is knit with some yarn, I don't know what it is. And it had a pair, but there was a hole in it, and the hole was so big that I didn't want to mend it, so I just made a leg warmer from the other sock. And when I have worn this sock enough, then so that I cannot wear it as a sock, then it will be the other leg warmer. And on my other foot, I'm wearing this. I made these socks for Kuru, my 16-year-old son, and then he brought the socks for me to mend because they were so worn, and I kind of just lost the other one. I don't know where it is. And also it's been washed in a washing machine in a normal cycle, so it is a bit felted, and it doesn't fit Kuru anymore, and it fits my foot. So I'm wearing these two lonely socks together for the time being until they are worn enough not to be mended anymore. Yes. Oh, I was supposed to show you a book, but I forgot that from which that sunnuntai cardigan was made. The pattern was in this book, Neulen matkalla, and these are Sari Nordlund's patterns, and there's some articles and stuff. It is quite a nice book, I think. And yeah, I'm not sure if you can find the pattern for the cardigan from Ravelry nowadays. I haven't checked, I don't know. But yeah, now I'm going to show you my whips because I have no other FOs, and I'm going to start with a hat, and the hat is living in this bag that I made a while back, and it is MUSSELBURGH by Isolda Teague. It's not very far, or not at the middle part at least yet. I feel like I don't know how to talk in English, at least. Maybe not in Finnish either. But yeah, this hat is going to be for my new boyfriend, whom I call Muru, or Babe in English. I guess it means babe. He asked if I would knit him a black hat, because he's the sort of person who wears only black. And then I bought this yarn, and this is Regia Merino Yak, and this is not black, but I asked him if this is black enough for him, and he said yes. So the color is anthracite, and yeah, it's just going to be a basic hat. Like it started from here, and then I will knit it quite long, and then I will do the decreases, and then I will fold it so it is going to be doubled, because this is fingering weight yarn. And yeah, there's nothing much to say about this. This is the perfect knit for this moment for me, because it's just stockinette stitch around and around and around, and I can knit this while watching TV or something. Yeah, what was I going to say about this? Yeah, it is knit in 2.75 millimeter needles, and it is 40 centimeter like circular needle. Yeah, maybe I'll knit on this and someday it will be done. I'm not very good at this. It's okay, I don't have to be. Yes, the next project I'm going to show you is something that you've seen a bit before, and I got a bit done, and it is called Hallanvaara. It is designed by Pirjo Iivonen, and I've done the body part. This is for my son Miro. He is 20 years old, and he visited us and tried this on, and it was perfect. So I'm very happy about that. So I don't have to knit this color work again. Well, I do, obviously. I'll start the sleeves next, and then there will be a yoke, a color work yoke. But I think this will be fine. And the yarn is Cascade 220. The colors are silver gray and magenta and pine grove. It is, well, pine colored, obviously. Yes, I've knit this in 4 millimeter needles, but I was thinking that I will knit the sleeves in 4.5 millimeters, because the gauge is always my gauge is always denser. Is it the right word? Maybe in the sleeves or in small circumferences. And also because I knit this in 4 millimeters, this color work, and surprisingly it's quite like dense, and maybe because there's 3 strands of yarn, so it doesn't stretch as much, and I don't want the cuffs to be too tight. And then I was thinking that maybe I'll do the yoke also in 4.5 millimeter needles, because he has quite broad shoulders, so it will fit him better. And the size I'm knitting is small, because he's thin. What else about this? Nothing. I don't know. But this, since I have the sunnuntai ready now, then I will start to knit the sleeves for this. It will be my next active project. And the next one is I've started to knit. I last time I told you I will start this, and now I have started this. This is going to be Anna Huolia Hevosen by Jenna Kostat, and the yarn is Sandnes Garn Bergynt, and the color work will be knit in this gray. And this is going to be for my, she's not daughter-in-law yet, at least, Mero's girlfriend or spouse. And I will knit these sweaters for their birthdays, which are in July. They are having their birthdays the following day from each other. I mean, you know. So I will going to make these like side by side. I think I'll knit the sleeves for that, and then I'll knit this body and the sleeves for this, and then the yoke. Yeah, I'm not good at this right now. Sorry about that. Is there something else about this? I'm knitting this in 4mm needles, except the ribbing is knit in 3.75mm needles, and the size is medium. And now I remember, I knit some German short rows for this, so the back part of the body will be a bit longer, because she said that she doesn't like when the back just rises or is too short. So I made it a bit longer for her, because that's what I do from myself. I hope I will remember to do that, because it's really annoying when the sweaters always rise from the back. Yes. Okay, I'm just running through this. The next project is, you've seen this. I'm just going to show that I've done something. This is the Aurora cabin shawl by Stephen West, and it is now so big that it is quite difficult to show it, and it's the wrong way. And I have been able to knit this stripe section. Can you see it? It's just garter and stockinette stitch. And the next thing is just, I will get to knit another of these parts where there are 5 colors. So I haven't started on that yet, because I know that I have to concentrate a bit. And it has been a scary thought, or I think that I'm not able to concentrate enough. But you know, the brain of a person who's fallen in love, that's how it is sometimes. But yeah, I'll get this done eventually. And the yarn I'm using in this is Vuonue. Let me show you. Vuonue Kampalanka. It means like worsted spun. So it is quite thin. Quite thin. And the needles I'm using are 2.75mm needles. But I was thinking that, is this like too dense? But I think it's fine. It's fine. I think I picked the right needle size for this yarn. Yeah. It is a fun knit. I enjoy knitting this, but it just at times needs a bit of concentrating. And then I have 2 pairs of socks that you have seen that I have knit on a bit, but they're not done. It's just a slow process right now. The first pair of socks is, or first socks is Onerva by Untitled. This is the first sock, and I have started the second one, and I'm this far. So at the point where I should be starting making these bobbles and, you know, following the chart. I am trying. And the yarn is Karma Haikki, so I think it's maybe sports weight or DK. The colorway is Lumu, which means plum. And she is a Finnish dyer, but not dyeing anymore. But I have this one ball of that yarn, and I think it will be enough. And someday I will have those very, very, very beautiful socks. And the other sock I have made is this. It's just from my head. It is a self-striping yarn by Handu, a Finnish dyer, Ilun ihmepalli, which means like Ilu's wonder ball, and it is named after the Zauber ball. Is it? I think it's from Germany. German maybe. Anyway, and I have done this one sock, and I'm this far in this other sock, and it is going slowly. And the heel and the toe part is drops Fabel. Yeah, I have all these needles in here because I need the heel with these DPNs, and then the toe part. Is there a word for the toe part? Probably. And that I knit with this, like I magic looped it with this longer needles. Yeah. And the needles I used are 2 millimeters. And I'm mostly knitting this sock with this short circular, I think it is 23 centimeters or 9 inches. Yeah, I was thinking that should I say the needle size also in English? I mean in English, like in the American sizes. I think it's 2 millimeter needle size 0, maybe. It might be. I'm always, when I'm watching other podcasts, I'm thinking, yeah, I should do that too, and I never remember that. I'm trying to get better on all of this. Maybe next time I will have more brain space for doing things properly, hopefully. And then I have one more sort of an active whip. I have knit on it, but not that much. It is the SEER cape. I'm knitting for Kuru, my 16-year-old, and he will be 17 in 3 months. And it is this, I'm this far, but as he said, not very far. No, I'm not. There is these nice cables and some seat stitch here, and well, not much else, but it will be quite big. Is it cape? No. I don't remember the words again. Anyway, it is progressing slowly. I'm not gonna... I was hoping that I would knit this before his birthday in June, but I'm quite sure that that's not gonna happen. So I'm trying to knit this for next autumn or winter, so he can wear it then, because he doesn't like to wear any jackets. So I think this would be quite nice for him. And I'm knitting this in Letlopi. This color is garnet red. And there will be some color work in the hem. And there will be other colors also. Yes. And this will be steeked. So there are these stitches in the middle. So when this is done, then it will be steeked, and then there will be either a hood or an I-cord in the here in the edges. And I think he said that he doesn't want a hood because he's always wearing a hoodie, and it would be impractical for him to have 2 hoods. So I'm going to just make the I-cord edge thing. Yes. Is there anything else knit-wise? I have plans. I always have plans, but I think that I have so much to knit right now that I'm not gonna even talk about them, because I just want to have some of these done before I'm going to start any new projects, because at the moment I have 10 whips, and I think that is the maximum amount of whips for me. Or I had 11, but since I finished the Sunnuntai cardigan, now I have 10, and I'm not going to cast anything on until I've just finished something else. And as I look at those my whips, I think that the socks might be something that I could just quite easily and fast just get done. And maybe I will do that. But I also want to work on those sweaters for birthday sweaters for Miro and Ella. And I have also plans for other birthday thingies. I'm gonna knit a sweater for Habibi, my husband, as he's going to be 50 this year, so I promised I will knit him a new hoodie. And then I promised Arni, who is turning 15 this year, that he will get a Death Star, a knitted Death Star. I have a book where I have the pattern for it, and that I will do. And then I also promised to my next door lady that I will knit her a sweater when I have done all these other birthday things, and we are going to talk about that maybe in the summer, or I promised her that I will knit her it like for the next winter, and I think it is definitely doable, because I will get these Hallanvaar and Anhuoljahevosen done well before that. But I would also like to knit things for myself. I talked about those hopes or plans in the last episode, and I just want to cast something on, but I'm gonna have to knit these first, because that's what I really want to do. I want to get something done. Yeah. A lot of podcasters are having this like live section at the end of their episodes. I haven't done that. But I told you about the biggest thing in my life, that I met a new person, and it has been quite emotional, and when I get emotional, it is like a lot for me, because the emotions run high, and yeah, and that's why it's difficult to concentrate on other things sometimes. But I think it's okay, it's part of life, and I'm actually really happy that I got to experience this at this part of my life. And everything else is fine, like the kids are fine, and the home, all the home stuff is fine, and yeah, I don't know anything else. Yeah, maybe I could talk about what I have been watching. I have I've been mostly watching an hospital TV series called New Amsterdam, and it has been quite, like, it's easy, it's not too heavy, and fun to knit with it. It's, yeah, perfect. And then I've watched You from Netflix, and I haven't watched the latest, two of the latest seasons, because I am watching that with Muru, aka Babe, and we are just watching it when we get to hang out. And we have other things to watch too, because we are watching Buffy, which is my Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's the favorite TV show of all time for me, and I wanted to watch that with him too. Yeah. There's not much more going on. So I hope this wasn't too tedious for you, and you even mildly enjoyed this episode. And I hope happy stitches for you as well as for me. And I'm not going to say anything about spring because it is definitely still winter in here. It is snowing a lot right now. But maybe on the other parts of the world it is spring, or maybe even autumn. I don't know if it's yet autumn in Australia or New Zealand. But yeah, still in deep winter here in Kajaani, Finland. And it is going to be winter until April, I think. And maybe in June we won't have any more snow. Let's hope. But I will be back before that. And I'm trying to just get a grip of myself and start knitting more and talking about my knits more and recording these episodes. So, okay, I'll stop this rambling now. So, bye bye.